Hey, this is Adam with Tech Dev AV Club. This is usually a channel about video editing, especially video editing in Vegas Creative Software. But today I wanted to talk about just running YouTube channels and navigating the algorithm and things I've learned, because I actually have couple different channels which have varying amounts of success, and I've had a bunch of failed channels in the past. I've actually been uploading to YouTube since the site came up, on and off. And so I've learned a lot over the years, mostly what not to do. Then I have this channel too that has roughly 6K subscribers that I've worked on with my friend Steven. We've got 1,434,000 views on this channel, and we've got this is my channel, and I've got 843,000 views on this channel, and a lot more success over time, but a lot less views on this channel. And so I actually have just gleaned a lot of information about YouTube and the algorithms. I just thought it'd be a good kind of one-off video to kind of talk about what I've personally learned about uploading to YouTube and navigating how your content, watch time, and the algorithm all work together. This is a crappy reading of my first chapter of a book that I've not finished yet. I just kind of want to see, this is just an experiment. I just kind of want to see a channel, what would happen if I did something that I thought was decent, interesting, put up the first chapter of my book, see what the watch time looks like, the reactions, put it on Reddit and things. And I found it got a few likes on Reddit. I got a natural like. Another one of these likes is actually just me. It's got 13 views now. I would say probably about 5 or 6 of these 13 views are just me trying to give it some watch time for the channel to take off. And the first thing I want to tell you is one video is never, ever, ever, ever going to take off, with the exception of outside help like Reddit or Facebook or something that's driving traffic to it. But if you're just expecting the algorithm to drive traffic to a singular video, it's not going to happen. This video might get more views if some of you guys get curious about this book, maybe 5 people. Let's say, give you click-through numbers too. Let's say if this video gets 100,000 views, which is possible. We're going to talk about what happens with 100,000 views. I might expect 7 or 8 people to come to this video right here and leave a comment that says, "Hey, I came here from your other video. I hate the book," or, whatever you say. But that's what click-through rates look like. That's how much people actually, engage with your content, and more than just kind of casually watching. I have about 250 videos on this channel, all kind of slowly gaining views, getting more and more popular over time. And a lot of these videos get direct search traffic. That's one thing that's kept this channel alive, is that when I make specific tutorials, people will search something. They'll be like, how do I disable resampling? And then I've got a video exactly about that. Or they'll say, how do I make a silhouette? And I've got a video about that. And so I get, or what version of Vegas should I buy? And I've got a video about that. You should actually check it out. If you're looking for a video editing software that uses your GPU and doesn't break the budget, I've got a buyer's guide for you all about Vegas Creative Software and which one is perfect for you. There are a full range of things. You'll be surprised what you can get for a low amount of money. Check it out. Link in the description below. But a lot of these videos, with 6K subscribers, some of these videos are super successful. So 900 views, 600 views, 6K views, they're all over the board, 355 views. And something I've noticed, this one is not searchable, right? 25 rules that every editor should know. Unsearchable. So about 355 of these views, most of these are what happens when subscribers really like the channel and they'll come back and actually watch older videos and watch playlists and things. That's the reason why this video keeps going up in views. But some of these things hit the algorithm really well, or really not really well. So this one hits the algorithm a little bit, mostly search traffic. When people are searching how to get free HD stock footage from space, they find this video. Not a lot of people searching that. Other videos do super good because the algorithm takes control over it. So is what we're talking about here. So here is a newer video that the algorithm is helping. Here we go. Replace any sky in Vegas Pro 18, 2.1K views. You'll notice this is not 6K views. You would think if 6.4K people said I am interested when he releases a video, maybe if it's a better video, a lot of them would watch it. But there are several reasons. One, it's not every one of them people who subscribe to this channel own Vegas Pro and are interested in learning about the specific tutorial. But two, the algorithm doesn't actually share subscribers your videos. They don't. The algorithm and it used to back in the day with our older channels, it 100% did. when we're making these in high school. Now subscribers just a suggestion. It's just like, hey, YouTube algorithm, unless you have the bell clicked, which even then it doesn't do it consistently. It says, hey, I would kind of like you to let me know about a video from this guy that you might think I like in the future, a little bit. And so that's what the algorithm takes a subscribe button for, is like someone who might watch another video of yours way down the road. And so I'll notice too, some people will, depending on the person and the reason, on different channels, I'll see someone comment over and over again, and then I won't release a video for a month, and the algorithm will have taken them somewhere else, and they won't comment again until like a year later, when I'll suddenly see that person start commenting again, and they'll be like, oh yeah, I just forgot you existed. That's just what happens. Especially when you're not making content that's better than other people. When other people, you're competing with everyone. You're competing with Mark Rober. And they say like, oh, YouTube isn't a competition. It's 100% a competition. You're competing for watch time with everyone. You're competing for everyone's eyes. And when people are watching a Mark Rober video, I watch Mark Rober videos. When people are watching a Mark Rober video, they're not watching your video. So you're competing. You're on the same platform, competing for the same amount of time for the algorithm's attention. So you can't expect, unless you're making videos better than Mark Rober, you can't expect to have more watch time than Mark Rober, and the algorithm trusts you as much as Mark Rober. It actually takes about 100 videos for the algorithm to start trying you against people, but the Mr. Beast rule starts holding sway. You start actually seeing the Mr. Beast rule take effect. That video is doing well because, one, it's searchable, and two, when it pops up, it's flashy and colorful. The thumbnail's decent, I think. They look at it, they read the title, they think, I do want to know what version of Vegas to buy. Someone clicks on it. They watch the video. With the 99% like rate, I would say I actually deliver. I show them all the different versions of Vegas, and I give them a much better explanation of which one to buy and how the buying process works and things like that. And because, as Mr. B says, you give them something extraordinary, and then you actually deliver on it. You give them something amazing, like, this is really cool, and then you clickbait them, but you deliver on the clickbait. The algorithm judges your click-through rate, and then it judges your ability to hold their attention. So the Mr. Beast rule is actually how the algorithm judges you. But it's not all or nothing. So what'll happen is, let's say, with this video here, it's a newer video. A lot of people clicked through and watched it. And same with this video, same with this video. More people click through on this one. So the algorithm's going to share this video over these two because it had more of my subscribers interested in it. Because these views from my more recent videos are mostly subscribers or people who regularly watch the channel, and the algorithm is treating them like a subscriber when they're really not. That's where these views are coming from. There's a lot of subscribers, I notice, will watch the video, they'll watch the intro, and they'll watch a bit of the video, and they'll learn the gist of this effect, but since they're not actually trying to learn the effect right then, they'll click away. And that's fine. I do the same thing, and I would totally expect you to. The algorithm, however, when you click away at the first minute of the video, the algorithm says, fail. This video was not very good. It doesn't work for tutorials like that, though. Tutorials, there's it's called a specific style of writing, and I do it on purpose. I give you the bulk of the tutorial at the beginning, and then I give you the niche scenarios at the end. So that way you have a full guide in one video. It works great for the user, not so good for the algorithm. I'm going to talk more about that in a second. You should have a very high click-through rate at first. A high click-through rate would be something that is more than 6%. So this one's got like a 10% click-through rate, 14% click-through rate. Those are nuts, crazy high. For the impressions. But the thing is those click-through rates are when the algorithm has found something like how to adjust light levels and exposure. The reason these have a high click-through rate is because they are Google search traffic. So I have a topic of a video that explains something that people are looking for exactly. My thumbnail is mediocre, but it works. They click on it. And I deliver on the video. I actually explain what they want. It's got a decent amount of watch time, and it continues to show it to people who are searching for that thing. So when you have a really high, like a low amount of views, but a high click-through rate, that's what's happening. The algorithm isn't actively going around telling everybody, hey, you should check out this subclips and trimmer video. I am when I'm doing it in other videos. But if you look at its performance over time, it's got 18K views. It's a pretty successful video, but its view is, look at this, 88% of them is coming from the YouTube search. I didn't even check that before this. I just knew because I've been doing this so long. I just know why a video is successful and why one's not. you can see that a lot of these views are coming from the YouTube search. Not a lot of them are coming from suggested videos. Why? Because when people are like suggested Mark Rober versus me, they're going to click on Mark Rober, and that's just how it is. So I'm playing a game of getting people to. What I'm doing is I'm trying to create like a library about video editing, especially video editing Vegas Creative Software. So people who are interested, that jump on board, and people who aren't, move on. They watch Mark Rober. And that's just how it's going to be. I'm never going to be Mark Rober with this channel, and that's something I think that a lot of people should understand is when you're going for a niche, unless your niche includes like entertaining the masses, you're not going to be Mark Rober. You're going to be you, and you are perfectly fine. This is great. So 18.7K people have watched this video and learned about editing with subclips. And I've gotten 66 subscribers through this video, 66 people who wanted to know more about it. And these are real people. If I filled a classroom full of 66 people who were ready to just listen to me explain something about Vegas, I would be over the moon. And so I do want to tell you that I am over the moon about this channel. I am over the moon because I consider this extremely successful. When I do an intro guide, and in the past just month, the intro gets about 1,300 views, 105 watch hours of people's attention. It's gained 10 subscribers and made $5 in the past month. I really appreciate that. I really think that's awesome because these are real views and real people, and we get convoluted with these numbers. When people like Mark Rober are pulling in 10 million views on a single video, you think, oh, that's a video. This is nothing. But you can't get bogged down in that. You have to understand that these views, these people you're affecting, are real people with real views. And just because you're not pulling in millionaires' money, doesn't mean that you're not. Doesn't mean that you're not successful. And so 28,000 impressions, but 33% click-through rate. So what happens with a video like this is when you have so many impressions to a low click-through rate, but people are actually clicking on the video, and in a couple different ways. People are actually clicking and watching this video, and the algorithm keeps trying to show it to people. What will happen is your click-through rate will go up and up and up if you have a successful video, and then it will start going down, because as the algorithm starts to show it to more people, it takes riskier and riskier decisions with the click-through rate. And so you'll notice that your click-through rate will go up and down over time. Let me look. This is over. This is over the past 7 days. That's right. I said month. This is exact in a week. 1,300 people have watched this video. That is awesome. Super awesome. I cannot complain about that. So let's go since uploaded. Lifetime of this video. And the click-through rate. So the click-through rate goes up and down. It went up and then it went down. But it went up it got to about 9.7%. And you can tell that the algorithm starts to actually actively share this with more people, because it wants people to watch this video, which is cool. But it also gets rejected more because it's in front of more people, with a total of 444,000 impressions where it showed up on a screen that many times. So that's cool that the algorithm's sharing it, but your click rate is going to go up if it's successful. Then it'll go back down when the algorithm tries to share it and finds out that you're not Mark Rober. Now, if you're somebody like Mark Rober, you might get a super successful video because you've got super high watch time and super high click-through rates. Now, if you don't have those, the algorithm is not going to turn you into Mark Rober. It doesn't mean you're not going to be successful. It just means it's not going to turn you into Mark Rober. Now let's talk about, this is one of the main reasons I want to do this video, is watch time. So this is my other channel. And you'll see a few different interesting things that happen. I have a few runaway videos that did really, really well. Where are they? Oh yeah, Steam Link. 158K views. It's probably our most successful video of all time. It's really just Steve and I filmed it together. It's just me talking to Steven really about the Steam Link, and it was edited by a friend of ours. It's kind of meme-tastic, long, rambly. Very interesting, right? That it's rambly video. Some other videos that did pretty well. This video, 74K views, Oculus Touch full review. I think this video did well because it was long, it had a good has good watch time to it. It delivers. It has a thumbnail. People click on it. It delivers on what they want. They watch it. Not a lot of subscribers though. Not a lot of people wanting to come back and see more of what I have to say for other types of tech. But they did watch this video. It did well, but it didn't do like Mark Rober well. It didn't do twice as good like the Steam Link review, which is a much worse video. So now I want to tackle the question: why bad videos tend to do better than good videos, but why keep trying to make good videos instead of bad ones? Because that's really the big takeaway from this video is how watch time works. This video has amazing watch time because I am all over the place and rambly and interjecting bits of information constantly and just being crazy. This video, 156k views, is still exploding. This is part of the channel pivot I was talking about. This is why I talk about why nobody wants to be a game developer, but everybody wants to. And at the time, Steve and I were starting to get more into game development, especially me. I was really diving in, learning stuff. And I finally got to the point, after like years of just on and off trying, I finally got to the point where I could make games. And what we realized is with tech reviews, we'd have to spend $1,200 on a camera, do a review, get 18k views, and then, you know, that video would pay for, let's see, Amazon affiliate links and clicks on the video. The video's probably made back maybe $120 of that. Maybe. That's optimistic. So that's cool, but not, you know, not a good business model if you spend $1,200 or $1,400 on a camera and then you review it years later and then you make a little bit of that money back. And the only reason it's got this many views is this is one of the most recent videos. So people are watching this wondering if it's still a relevant camera. So it's a 2020 review. The only reason it shows up compared to all the other big camera review channels who are specializing in this stuff. Otherwise, I'd just be sunk in the algorithm. This is kind of when we gave up right around here about tech. You can see a few different tech videos here. But what happened was we just couldn't consistently... I'm not going to say you'll never see another tech review video on this channel, but it's going to be related more to video game tech because working on video games is what is getting interest. So 2,000 people subscribed to this video within the past year. That is like over 6k subs. Now you'll see a lot of people subscribe 5 years ago for this, but aren't watching the videos. We have a lot of dead videos. What happened is subscribers just weren't interested and weren't clicking. And when your subscribers aren't interested in everything you do, which when you're doing tech reviews and benchmarks and stuff, they're just going to be randomly interested, then the algorithm kills you. You die. And so this video, this channel you saw earlier, if I'll show you again, if you look at it, it has big growth and big deaths and big growth and big deaths. And this is why no one becomes a video game developer. Everybody wants to. This one is actually just, it's like a whole channel's worth of views on its own, and it got on the homepage for a little while. So this is what happens when you get on the homepage. You actually get real click-throughs because that's where everybody's attention's going. And I answer a question that everybody likes to answer. But here's a very interesting thing. So let me show you something. This is the meat of this video right here. So this video is rambly. I just turned the camera on. I literally did zero editing. I just turned the camera on. I expressed my thoughts about it, and I turned the camera off. It's actually only got 30% watch time, an average of 5 minutes of view duration, but it's gotten over 2k subscribers. It's earned lots of money for some crazy reason. And to some people this might not be a lot of money, but for me, I turned the camera on, I talked. Now, to be fair, I did plan the talk. I did plan this talk to have certain points. I knew what I was going to talk about beforehand. I wasn't just rambling completely, but it was more rambly than a normal video. I'm about to compare some. So this video is like the Steam Link video. It's just kind of comes and goes in and out of topic as I hit the points I was planning on hitting, and kind of go off on my own rabbit trails. I don't edit anything out. Because it's getting YouTube search, it's getting browse, it's getting suggested, it's getting views from everything. It's still getting like 390 views in the past 2 days, which is just crazy. This video just goes in and out of success because people want to know. It's something I really struck a vein with people on this video. But it gets watch time because I just slowly answer the question. And if you look at the comments, if you look at the engagement here, let's look at the comments. Man, so there's so many I haven't responded to. Everybody's got their own opinion on this. Some people have really stark opinions. Some people don't have stark opinions. But when people actually comment on a video, it's actually a huge amount of help when people comment. And when you say something that's kind of divisive, some people here we go. Why are we here again? I had something I was specifically saying, but a lot of people feel in this video that I meandered a lot. And some people loved it despite the fact I meandered. Some people hate it because I meandered. Some people are like, oh yeah, my rant exactly, right? This guy says. Some people are super interested. Some people are super not. But it's really just gotten a lot of responses about people just thinking that this video is long and rambly. So it's not just me. I don't just think this video is long and rambly. I have had people tell me it's long and rambly. So now I've got the channel pivots, and we start spending more time talking about video game stuff. We've had some other my successes here. So one of them is I kind of did a follow-up video to that where I talk about more specifically why indie development is hard, because I've barely sold any games. I've barely made any games. It's hard. It's hard stuff, and it's hard to do as a hobby instead of something I'm primarily doing. And this video has a really good 421 likes to 3 dislikes. It's got 65 comments. It's got 5,205 views, which is a pretty decent amount. Let's check out the analytics here. 93 plus subscribers on it. This video is also doing well. Now look at this. This has an average percentage viewed of 50%, but it's a shorter video. So the average view duration is under 5 minutes. So this is a good percentage view for me anyway. This is a good percentage view. It's probably not for Mark Rober, but it is for me. But this percentage view doesn't hit the mark because it's only a 7-minute video. Now let's look at the other one. The other one, 20-minute long video. So even though this video is better, does better, it's a worse video in every way of talking about extremely similar topics. However, the big difference is that this video has a actual click-through. People are actually emotionally interested in this one. And I ramble instead of getting right to the point. And so the bad news is the algorithm I've found rewards rambling. The newer videos do not do well because I actually usually edit out the content. So let's get back to tutorials again. With the tutorials, especially if you're a subscriber on this channel, I think you know to appreciate that I've over time gotten better and better about being less rambly. But some of my more rambly videos, let's say, for example, how to green screen. Ooh, long and rambling. People are quick to know. They have comment after comment. Someone will comment on a newer video and be like, great, exactly what I wanted, but it's only got like 500 views. And then someone will comment on this video that's got almost 30K views that I released 2 years ago, and they're like, wow, this video is long and rambly. And then especially, I have another one with 30K views when I was used to do tutorials on the previous channel. If I go to content and then I type in green screen, see a lot of these videos, I started doing tutorials on this channel first, and then I moved tutorials because the algorithm, another fun fact, the algorithm did not like sharing this information. It did not like sharing topics. It would be like, oh, you like that Vegas tutorial, do you want to watch this video about Oculus Rift? And people were like, no. And it's like, obviously they hate Tech Dive, and so they would leave. And that's that. So Steven and I decided that we had to kind of go our separate ways on this section of our creative work together, and I was going to do the Vegas tutorial videos on another channel. And so this channel, we started from scratch, and it got 0 views constantly at the beginning, because only after announcement video after announcement video, after thousands of subscribers, we had at least 1,500 subscribers at least for this stuff. You can see if I go to the analytics on this video, it'll die. It's still getting views somehow. Probably it's because it's linked on different forums and things. But I still get comments and stuff that this video is long and rambly. But if you go to the wow, it's still getting impressions and stuff. Weird, because this video is not supposed to be on. This video has been privated a long time ago. So let's look at the life of this video. The watch time is, see, this is where it gets spiky. The watch time is really good on this video, and it gets recommendations and click-throughs because I do a good job of explaining how to green screen in the software, but it's also long and rambly, which makes people who are interested in me doing a good job spend more time watching my video, and it gets more views over time. However, a newer video answering the same topic doesn't have as many views. It hopefully will gain views over time. Very popular question: how to green screen, how to chroma key in Vegas Pro, 4.6K views. This video is much more to the point, but its watch time is different because it's 95 likes to 1 dislike. Somebody on the channel who just like dislikes something as soon as it comes out, and just let me know why. I don't know why I make you mad. It doesn't make any sense to me unless you leave a comment underneath it that says this is why I dislike the video. Then I will know how to improve for you. So this one is doing well too. It's growing, but it's not growing. It's getting a lot of things from search and suggested, but its average view duration is lower and its percent view is lower. So the algorithm is prioritizing this less because it's a shorter, more concise video. So the more I've edited, the more I've thought about what I'm going to say, the less rambly I am, the better presented the video is. It's called AP style writing. When you write, I used to write for a newspaper in college, and they said you need to put the facts everybody wants to know first, and then the facts that less people want to know at the end, because you're interested in them reading a bulk of the article. Some people might read the whole thing, some people might not, but if they're interested, they're interested. If they're not, they're not, but you need to put the most interesting, most important facts first. And so that's actually how I make a video. Is I try to put the most interesting, most important facts first. I go through a topic linearly, right? I make sure it makes sense as a progression, but I try to cover the niche stuff at the end and the important stuff at the beginning because that just makes sense. That's how you present information. But that's the YouTube algorithm sees that as like, oh, they enjoyed this part of the video, and they'll admit, they say in their videos, we know that all watch time's not created equal or whatever, but they're watching the majority of this better done video. But because it's better done, because the video is better edited, the video respects the viewer's time better, I get less percentage of the video viewed because I really, around here is where I've answered everybody's question. They're like, oh, yeah, so you grab that effect, you throw it on there, it works, you kind of dial it in like that. Gotcha. And then there's a big drop off because these people are just interested in doing the basic effect. Then here there's a big thing, a big look at my watch time where it slowly drops off as more and more people start to realize, okay, I get the gist, okay, I get the gist, okay, I get the gist. Now about 30% of the people to 10% slowly drop off as soon as they feel like they get the gist and they're ready to move on. But there are people, some people, 10% of the people are watching it to the very end where I give my little outro and go. That's actually a high amount of people watching at the very end because the information is still good and relevant. If you're having to do with difficult green screens and stuff like that, there are reasons people want to watch this video. But I completely get and understand and designed a video to answer questions differently. So at the beginning, it answers the green screen question. Like, how do you green screen? Boom. Right here, this is how. People kind of probably go back and rewatch this part again a few times. This answers the question. This answers the first big set of niche problems, and this answers the last big set of niche problems. And the more niche the problem is, the longer and more boring the explanation is because it's video editing. It's not Mark Rober blowing stuff up. So I start talking more about how compressions work and about how the video editing software looks at the color data and stuff like that. And that is much less interesting than how to drag and drop the effect. That's watch time. Better videos don't always do as well. So why do I continue to make better videos? The reason I try to continue to make better videos, and when I say better, I mean better what I think is better, is because one, the algorithm constantly changes, but people don't. And people I'm finding with this channel are more supportive of me if I'm actually trying to make good content for them, skipping the middleman. Don't worry about the algorithm. Just make good videos and get them in front of people. So two, the reason this channel ever went anywhere, I had about 30 people move when I moved the channels over. I had about 30 people come with me. That's not a lot. Vegas was already giving me free software and talking to me, and I was an affiliate at the time. And for some reason, they stuck with me on this new channel too. And thankfully, now this channel is even bigger than the channel it branched off from. But it took over 250 uploads and stuff to do it because I had to find my niche. They were sharing. Vegas actually shares my content a lot, thankfully. I'm so thankful. And because of that, a lot of people found me. And you need to get, you need about 100 videos out before the algorithm starts experimenting with your videos, but you won't really even get experimentation. The first 10 subscribers just have to be your friends. No one else is going to do it. You're never going to be found or anything unless your friends are subscribing. The first 100 subscribers are going to come from your social medias, from Reddit posts, from everything. That's your first 100. And those, you're only going to get about 10 or 15 views on all of them. So what are the takeaways? What I would say, if you're a new channel, what you need to know is you need to make searchable videos that'll be found in search. You need to be sharing them on social media platforms and advertising your own videos. The algorithm is not going to do it for you. You need 10 videos before you're ever going to get any attention. You're not going to be any good at this for a long time. Your crappy videos are going to do better than your good videos because you're more rambly you are. If you're just good enough, if it's just good enough and just rambly enough to hold attention for a long time, you'll have a super successful video. Don't be cruel, though, to people. When you make better videos, the algorithm might not appreciate that as much. And you might not get as many views, but your subscribers will appreciate that much more. And that's who really matters, because if YouTube died, I would be posting videos on another platform. But if my subscribers die, I'll be sad. I don't want that to happen. We actually have a relationship of, I try to give them the best information I can, and they try to watch the videos and give me support, and some of them even give me money to make more videos, which is just nuts. So a lot of you guys on this channel are video editors. Well, you guys watching this channel are editing videos for YouTube. And so I thought it would be important to give my takeaways. Thank you so much for watching. Like if this video helped you out. I'm not going to be doing more algorithm videos. I'm mostly focusing on video editing. But if you wanted to learn about like how videos die and algorithm things like that, I hope this video helped you out. And if you're looking for a video editing software, check out Vegas and check out this channel. I've got you covered on all regards. And Vegas is a software I've been swearing by since before the company even knew I existed. So thank you for watching. I'll see you next time.